are you affiliated with the Douro 200 celebration?
I'm one of the members of the organizing committee. Patrick Leahy has been our capable chair and a beautiful spokesperson for many months now. And I'm on the committee and happy to serve. It's been a labor of love.
How many people were on the committee to get things started?
There's 13 of us that started as our committee. And we first met March of 2024. So we're going on 15 or 16 months. And it started with ideas and things crystallized, and we've been able to enjoy the reality of our work here this weekend.
If you could quickly kind of explain what the committee was hoping to accomplish with today, because the demonstrations that you have are rather sobering, to help people understand what it meant to be here 200 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Everything that we've planned from the outset and what we've seen come to fruition really is reflective of the culture and the heritage and the history of the people who came here 200 years ago. So obviously music, the stories, things like the fence building and the rail splitting demonstration that was done by Patrick Leahy and his father, Bernard.
If you're clearing land as you go, working on firewood or stuff like that, and as our splitters are noticing, it's pretty hot today to be swinging a sledgehammer in the sun, so yeah, it makes for good winter work, as well as the advantage of splitting easier when frozen.
Just imagine those people 200 years ago cutting down cedar trees and doing things like that, and making fences and adding on to their dwellings and so on. And then there's the music. We've just come back here now from a session on square dancing and traditional step dancing, which our Irish ancestors brought here to Canada. And so it's beautiful to see at St. Joseph's School here in Douro, there's been sort of a renaissance of step dancing, which has been lost for a few years, but now one of the teachers there has a step dancing history, and she's made the effort to introduce step dancing as an example.
I saw, I think a hallmark of a visit to a special event in Douro is going to involve a quilt. And you have, I can't even imagine how many quilts. There's every pew in the church is covered.
Yeah, there would be over 100 quilts here. There would be more if we had room and all of that, but quilt making is a beautiful tradition here. What a community thing, what a beautiful thing for bringing people together to work on something special and create things. So that's been a big part of it too.
Let's talk a little bit briefly about volunteers. They have the shirts, that says, I can, ask me, I can help you. How many volunteers did it take? I mean, when you think of Douro, you're like, how big is this event going to be? It's huge. How many volunteers did you need to pull this off?
Well, even last night, just for the opening event, which was our trivia night at the Douro Community Center, there was probably 25 volunteers to 30 volunteers just for that single event that went from 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock last night. All through the day today, I would guess, I don't have the number to be honest with you, but I would guess there's over 50 people that have reached out and played some kind of a role. Even people who in the last couple of days, or people that I saw today, said, what can I do to help? Lou, I see you running around. What can I do to help? That's the kind of beautiful community that we live in. So 50 today plus. Tonight at the dance concert with members of the Leahy family and friends, there'll be another 20 or 30 people there that are making that possible and guiding folks along to enjoy their evening.
Yeah. These are cousins from Nebraska, Teresa.
Cousins from Nebraska. Hi, cuz.
Yeah.
I've run into people who have all different kinds of cities from across Canada listed on their "Hello, my name is" tag. Have you run into some people who are coming back from far away?
Absolutely. Here's a story. I just met a gentleman this morning, and he was active in our square dancing at the school gymnasium. His name is Robert Leahy. His family goes back 200 years to the Robinson Immigration, but his family moved from Douro and went to Michigan in 1880. Well, Robert now lives in San Diego, California. He's come here for this event, and it's his first trip to Canada, if you can imagine. So before this event here the weekend, he spent a couple days in Toronto and a day or two in Niagara Falls. But my guess is this is his most special part of the trip here in Douro.
For your involvement, and that everybody here will probably have a different story as to what this weekend meant.
Yeah.
What did it mean for you?
It's been very, very special. I'm not a Peter Robinson descendant, but my grandfather did come from Ireland in 1880 from County Mayo into Quebec. And so that's where they had a family farm. My dad was born and raised on a farm. So I have that true appreciation and empathy for all things Irish. So when my wife and I moved here 37 years ago, this was clearly the right place for us, and it's been a beautiful home.